Whoa, it's Wulzy. Welcome back to Geometry Dash Moderator Lifestyle. Today I'm going to be going through some of my DM requests. Hopefully this turns out more successful than the Magic Tab video because I only got one send out of that. But we're just going to go straight into this with Bai Jia Cree is the first level we're going to be playing. This looks very familiar. I think this is a copy of a level by Equinox Vertex. Not quite sure, but I recognize the style. It might be a little bit different in the background because I think there was cubes floating around in the original, but I think this part is different. This might be original or it might be copied from another level, I don't know. But I don't think I can really trust this level to be original since it copies assets from the beginning, Vertex by Equinox. This is Vertex by Equinox, and as you can see the blocks are very similar. The concept is completely copied and it looks pretty much the exact same in terms of the depth and the colour shading. Alright, moving on to Sam by Team GBSS using the song Slowing Down by Garligan. This could be very interesting because this song is quite lively and fast paced with lyrics, so this could be quite vibey. Ooh, nice design. I feel like the black areas are a bit too dark, but this is pretty fun. I'm going to go into practice mode. Using the practice music hack found on Megahawk V5 by Absolute Gamer, you can find by a quick search on YouTube. Nice gameplay actually, and I like the glow on the edges of the blocks. Makes them quite highlighted. Let's see how this progresses. Ooh, nice. Nice moving structures right there. Dynamic gameplay. Whoa. Okay, there's some pretty nice glow usage here. This is pretty full too, I'm liking the details. Nice atmosphere too. Done without the black overlay. A black overlay could maybe improve the immersion because it feels a little bit open and empty and it could be covered up a little bit by the screen, but this is very nice so far. I'm really liking the progression it's going through. Nice varied structures too. Gameplay is very good as well. I think it's a mega collab, but I think each part fits very well together. And I really like this drop sync too. This is pretty cool actually. Ooh, nice. The colours uplifted quite nicely here with the blending screen. You can tell because everything's all bright and glowy. What do I do here? It has an invisible dual portal right there. It's quite difficult to see what was going on. But for the most part, this level's very clean and very clear in its gameplay. I really like that level. I'm going to send that for a feature, definitely. Let's just see what difficulty they're saying. 10? I don't know about 10. I feel like I could beat that in one attempt. Doesn't feel like a demon whatsoever. I might send this for an insane rating instead of demon because it is quite easy, especially in the quiet parts of the song. As you can see, this is pretty much 5-star gameplay. Ah, that transition got me. I'm not going to beat it just now. I'm going to save that for later. But yeah, I'm definitely going to send this for an insane 8 rating. There we go. Frost Circles by Ink Master, NK9 Circles Extra Remix. This is a song I haven't heard in a very long time. I can see what they're trying to do here. I'm liking the theme of this. The grey may be a bit too bright and it kind of clashes with this colour of blue. And there could be a couple of details in the background instead of just these like connecting blocks. There could be some arrows or something just to fill in that space a bit better. Maybe the background could be dark and help this, but I actually quite like this. It's got a little bit of charm to it, you know. I'm liking those strike pulses, pretty cool, adds to the theme very well. The design may be a bit simple, but I'm really liking the theme this has got going on. Oh, that's quite a drastic style change. I see what it's going for, but I think it's a little bit too different. Could do with the same like tone of blue that it was using earlier. Oh god, that is difficult. What? And there could be some space filled up instead of it just being brick. But I appreciate what it's going for here. Quite interested to see how this is going to lead up to a drop. Oh wow, transition like that. Here we go. Oh damn. Yeah, the transitions are a little bit unclear. And there's no actual effect in the blocks, which kind of makes it a bit anticlimactic. You know, I was kind of expecting it from a 9 Circles level, but this glow is actually pretty decent. I feel like the background could be pulsing as well. Similar part, kind of patchy on the edges of the block since it's missing corner pieces, but it's a decent attempt at a 9 Circles level. You know what? At least it comes full circle with the theme. It stays in this sort of frost theme the whole way through with this grey and blue colour scheme, and I appreciate that, even if it's a little bit empty at times and it's a bit simple. Not something I want to send, but I actually quite enjoyed it. Nice work. Love Kumi by Brindix. Let's just get straight into this. Nice glow. I feel like the ground spikes are a bit bland, but I can appreciate the pulses and the dynamics of the waves that were moving across the screen. Pretty cool. It's just a little bit awkward, you know. There's a little bit of empty space before the structures move on, but the movement's actually pretty nice. I also feel like those arrows that brush onto the screen as an effect are a bit too opaque and they kind of block the gameplay vision a little bit. But this is actually pretty nice. I like this build up. Maybe the spikes look a little bit out of place, but I'm really liking the dynamics this level has with the moving glow and the pulses. The design's not bad. I don't know if it fits in with the background at times, but I can appreciate it. Just wish there was a couple more arrows just to fill in any awkward space, because it is a little bit open, even though it's got this bricky, is that a word? Bricky custom background. And yeah, it's a solid design level. Doesn't really have much to it at times. Maybe a little bit messy because the bricks are quite opaque, but I'm liking the movements. The gameplay is pretty fun too. I enjoyed that. Every part was in place. There was none that were like out of place, out of touch. They were all quite consistent. I really liked the build-up. The build-up was my favourite part. I have returned after the video was being recorded to send this for a 7-star rate. I already said that it's quite empty, but I think there could be some more effective use of structures to sort of fill the space, because there's a lot of rectangle structures that don't extend upwards or downwards and leave empty space underneath. Let's travel back to 1.9, the biggest update of when you eat a donut and drink some coffee. Not quite sure if that's what it's remembered for, but Express Coffee 3 by Midnight Bling. Adrift. This is a very chill song, and this reminds me of the Taman level. Kinda cool pulses and atmosphere going on in the beginning. Maybe it's a little bit underwhelming. It's okay. There's a lot of gear spam, and this part's been going on for quite a long time. I think this level's quite long too. This is only 30%, and I feel like I've been playing for quite a while now. 9 circles like structure. Another 9 circles level. I don't know if this fits with the part, but I can appreciate what it's doing. A little bit unoriginal because it doesn't have much added to it, but the gameplay is pretty fun. Not something I really want to send because it's not very original, but I appreciate the effort that's went into it. It's got some pretty nice atmosphere at times. It's just a bit empty, a bit unstructured. You know, it's a bit of a rip-off from 9 Circles too, so yeah. Bosna by I'm Samo. Burning Sun, Bleeding Moon. A Dan Johansson song. This has potential for good use. Ooh. I'm liking the very striking colour scheme. It's the first thing I thought about when I saw the level. Oh, what happened there? Is that transition bugged? I don't know, but I just lost all of my progress. It's pretty cool. It's very vibey. It's got a very distinct style going on with all the black tones in the blocks. Some nice highlights on the outlines. So far it's been very cohesive. I wish there was a little bit more structure variation, but the theme has been very consistent so far, and so is the style. Nice, switching it up a little bit, including a bit more saws than the previous parts. Nice sync too. I just wish the blocks had a little bit more to them, if they were pulsing differently, because it's just a basic outline on the top and quite a blank structure in the inside. Oh god. I'm liking the glow dynamics there, how it's shifting up and down. Gives it a changing aesthetic, pretty cool. Multiple tones in the blocks, kind of steps it up from the previous part, but still it's a little bit static in my eyes. This is quite solid, I'm not going to lie, even if there is a bit of blank space here and there. This is really fun, and it does have some good atmosphere in this beginning blue part. I really like that. But the rest of the level kind of feels a bit lackluster. I do wish there was a couple of changes in the structures, because as you can see, all of these are pillars. I mentioned this earlier, but it does kind of draw the level back. The saws are a little basic, but it's kind of saved by the movement. And yeah, I kind of like that transition into the wave part. So I think I'm going to send this for a rate. I don't know what difficulty this is. It doesn't say. I kind of want to send it for a 7-star rate. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go for. Alright, we've got Yeah 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 by Creator RM. I've heard this name before. It says in the description it's a solo level. I want to see. Oh, it's this song. No offense, but I'm turning this down. I don't really want to listen to this. Alright, there's a lot of empty space that isn't covered by the background, but I have hopes for this. I hope it improves. It's kind of samey, and the movement's a little bit patchy, but this is pretty fun. It's clean. It's definitely clean. It lacks a bit of detail in the middle ground. The background doesn't really fill it up very effectively. And this part's kind of empty too. Could do with some arrows, but it's building in the next part quite well. Hopefully this transition doesn't last for too long. It is a little bit basic. And the movements are the same all the way through. They could do with some smoother easings. And I just wish like the portals and the orbs had maybe like a bit of glow on them or something. Well, that's buggy. Sometimes you can hit both pads. And I was hoping the style would switch up a tiny bit to include more details here and there. Don't think I'm going to send this because it's a bit overly basic and it doesn't have much to it. I appreciate the structuring in this though. It's got a couple of blocks that overlap itself, but in the meantime it's very basic and it doesn't have anything underneath the outline that makes it like stand out. So I think I'm going to brush over this. Alright, so I've realised that if I included every single level I played in that video, this video would be about 30 to 40 minutes long, and I can't have that. So please hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the future episodes. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Peace.